Hey lovelies, it's Chi here from Golden Thread Tarot. I'm here to bring you another channel message. I hope this message is finding you blessed and full of abundance, okay? So, there's a situation here where somebody has somebody from their past, okay? It's gonna be honest. So this is either somebody from your past or somebody from a person like you're talking to, you're getting to know, you're spending time around. Somebody here has an ex that's like, I'm just gonna say it's watching. It's watching. Whether or not it's actually like watching on social media or watching in some type of way, and they don't like what's going on. They don't like what they see. They don't like energetically. They feel like carrying like jealous about it. Yeah. This person, somebody here has an ex that's like really trying to energetically hold on to them. I really feel like you're trying to start a new cycle here. You're trying to start a new journey here. And this person is kind of just like energetically being like, but you need to think about me. You need to want me. Yeah. You're trying to be independent. You're trying to be on your own now. You're trying to make things work for yourself. All right. You have options. You have choices in love. You're looking forward to the future and looking forward to what all the new possibilities that you could have out there. You could be freshly out of, not like, well, like you could just be kind of moving on from a past relationship, obviously with this person, this ex person. And this person is just kind of seeing you move on, and they really don't like it. They only like it when you are like mad and angry or jealous, or they don't like the thought of you hanging out with other people or hanging out with new people or seeing new people. This person is mad because you're getting some kind of justice in this situation. Like, okay. Period. You being single from this person or moving on from this person is your justice in this situation. Like, you might have been praying for things to work out between you and this person. You might have been wanting things to work out, but Spirit was trying to let you know that your justice does come from you being separated from this person, and that's the truth. Period. Ace of Swords. That's the truth, because this person is very emotionally manipulative, and they want your attention to constantly be on them. They don't care if it's good attention. They don't care if it's bad attention. They don't care if you're angry at them. They don't care if you're calling them and cussing them out. Like, they don't care. They just want your attention to be on them. They hate the thought of you being with anybody else, and they would literally do anything to stop you from moving, like feeling like you could move on and be with somebody else. No matter how they're acting in the 3D, they might have you blocked. They might, they might be saying that you can't come towards them, that they don't want you, they don't want anything to do with you. They might be talking about you behind your back, talking about how you're crazy, and you're calling them and you're texting them and you won't leave them alone. And at the same time, this person 100% is like, that's exactly where they want you. They want you calling them. They want you texting them, because they know that every single moment that you're calling them or you're leaving them voice messages or you're texting them or you're thinking about them, you are not giving that moment to yourself or to other people. Period. They're just like, I don't want there to be a third party situation going on here. Like, they're holding on to you because they don't want you to have somebody else. Because somehow in their mind, even if the two of you are separated and you're not together, you're still only supposed to be with them. Like, you're not supposed to be with other people. Or it's like a situation where this person was like, I'm going to break up with you. But if you moved on and started dating other people, they would be very mad at you, being like, oh, well, I thought maybe you were going to try to get back together. But now that you're seeing other people, there's no way we're going to get back together. And it's like, but you were the one that told me there would be no way that we're going to get back together. But now that you see that I'm moving on and trying to date other people or trying to do other things or giving my energy to other people, now you're getting mad and being like, well, if you ever wanted us to get back together, it's never going to happen now. Or this person saying something about kids too. So you could have children with this person, or I mean, you might not. Let the energy resonate as it does. Yeah. So that's the thing about it is you have you have more other people. You have different options and different choices in love coming into your life, particularly soulmate energy coming into your life. Um like positive soulmate energy. Um and that those people are really coming into your lives to help you heal, to help you move beyond all of this issues. There could have even been third party like cheating going on, or rumors of cheating going on in this past relationship. If you don't have like direct confirmation that this person was cheating on you, um, there could have been, like I said, pointing fingers, and I bet you're cheating, and I bet you're cheating, or that kind of situation happening there. Um, but you have other options and you have other people coming into your life. So spirit, the universe is giving you options. Like the universe is kind of just opening up and being like, hey, now that this toxic person is out of your life, you could choose to heal. You could choose to turn your eye and turn your attention towards other people, other options, yourself, towards your healing. And there will be people there along the way that are gonna help you move away from that person. So this is your opportunity. It might kind of feel, especially, it might kind of feel like uh, it's a really bad thing that you and this person are splitting up, but the universe is saying that you being separated from this person is the justice that you've been seeking. Yeah. Now is an opportunity for you to move forward. And one, if you believe in like timeline shifting or timeline jumping, definitely there is an option here to do that. There is an option to choose. But if you don't like that kind of wording, it's like to choose a different path, right? We are all offered paths, we are all offered options. And so we have different paths that we can take that'll lead us in different directions. And, in the past, I really am getting a really strong, like really negative energy here with this past person of being very mentally controlling. And yeah, you have choices, you have options, you have pathways that are opening up here. So it's your choice to choose how you decide, if you decide to walk down those paths, and how you decide to walk down those paths. How much do you decide to pour into it? Could you be, every time you're wishing or hoping or wanting to get back with this past person, could you be putting in that effort on yourself? Could you be putting that effort into building up yourself? Could you be putting that effort into building up other relationships with other people? Could you be putting that effort into healing yourself and moving on from situations that don't, serve you anymore? And I know that it might seem like, well, like I'm just trying to make me and my family work, or I'm just trying to make this person that I'm in love with work. You know, that you could look at it that way, that, that's your option for sure. I mean, it's your choice. Um, there is, there are lots of other pathways and choices that are opening up to you right now. So it's kind of, um, it's really up to you. That's what Spirit is saying. It's really up to you. And it's about you deciding to see these other options. It's not something that you're making do with, or something that you're just doing to like occupy your time for now, or it's better than being alone or something. These are actual legitimate options if you really pushed forward and went forward with this and really started pushing and leaning into your healing. um it's just time for you to ask yourself, like, what do you want? What is it that you want? What do you really want to come out of this situation? You know what the past had, what that. So do you want to try something else? Do you want to try something new? Do you want to feel differently than you have in the past? Do you want to feel better? Do you want to feel more healed? Do you want to feel more satisfied? Um, do you I feel like I'm some kind of commercial right now for like uh it's like, oh, do you feel like the passion is going out of your relationship? Do you feel like you just don't have the drive to do anything? I feel like some kind of like drug commercial or something. But Spirit is just like, it's, how are you really feeling about yourself and the direction that you're going in right now? Because there are options, there are pathways opening up to you that could lead you exactly to where you want to be. But there is going to be the thought process of here of there are some things you're going to have to give up, as in your limiting mindsets, as in um, the times that you tell yourself no, the times to yourself that I can't do this, the times that you tell yourself you're not strong enough, or you just don't understand why things couldn't just work out in the past. Is because they weren't for you. That's why they didn't work out. If they were really for you, it would have worked out. It would have happened, you know, and it really wouldn't have mattered how much you had poured into it. If it's not for you, it's not going to work out. And you might see that as you failing, or you might see that as you being held back. But Spirit is like, those are some of the things you're going to have to give up to allow this transformation to happen. There are some things about yourself and your lifestyle and how, you know, and how you feel and think about yourself and feel and think about things that have happened that you're going to have to leave behind if you want to, you know, have this walk down a different path, is what Spirit kind of keeps saying. Okay, the Magician. Because you're manifesting it, you want it, you're dreaming about it, you're fantasizing about it. You know, there are just lessons here, right? It's all about the lessons that you choose to learn here and how you choose to take the things that don't work out in the past. Things that don't work out in the past are a lesson. And yes, they might hurt. Yes, they might leave us wounded, right? But in experiencing these woundings in the past, we can learn how to not allow ourselves to get so wounded again in the future. But it's about taking on those lessons in positive ways, not making us become harder in the sense of that we're ruder, that we're meaner, that we're less trusting, or that we have all these issues that we pick up along the way. It's about just learning the lesson and kind of really trying to transmute the pain out of it, right? Um, Learning that things that don't work out is a lesson for us to understand that it didn't serve us. And sometimes it can be really hard to feel that way because you give so much of yourself and give so much of your effort to something. But that's when lessons become karmic, is when we don't learn, is when we're not learning when to let go, when we're not learning when to move on, when we're not learning to just let it be. Exactly. When we're staying trapped in our mind and not allowing ourselves to identify these limiting beliefs that we have. When we keep going back and forth and keep going in and out, and we keep on not committing to what we know is best for us, right? What's best for us in the long term. This might even be like a generational mindset that you're really trying to break out of, a generational thought process that you're trying to evolve out of. Definitely about being in emotionally manipulative situations here and relationships. Is an issue that you might have. And being really committed to those relationships too. It's about learning how to have the strength to know when to let go and when to back off, right? Being strong isn't always about holding on and holding on and holding on and holding on and not letting go and fighting and fighting and fighting and fighting and fighting to heal it, to make it better. Sometimes it's about knowing when something can be held onto and when it's going to be healed, and when it's time to step back and let it go and have enough strength to say, this really, holding on to this doesn't serve me. I'm not weak because I'm letting this go or because I'm moving on with this. I would be doing the more weak thing by holding on to it, because in letting go of it, I'll be able to heal and I won't be so attracted to such negative or toxic things in the future. It's a different type of strength. It's requiring you to actually be vulnerable, right? To let go and be vulnerable and try something new, do something different, handle something in a new way, not the way that you've always been taught or the way that's always felt comfortable in the past. Yeah. Oof. There's a big sense here of making really quick split decisions without really thinking, making very impulsive, quick decisions, very and committing to them very passionately. It's a big energy here of kind of self-sabotage of I'm gonna run away before I can get abandoned, or I'm gonna run away before they can run away. Um, but in truth, it's actually what you're doing is actually running straight towards those feelings of abandonment. Um, Running away and abandoning before you can be abandoned still leaves you feeling abandoned. Kind of, you know what I'm trying to say? Um, it's that kind of energy. It's also giving me a kind of energy of staying in a toxic situation because it's better, because you don't want to um face the healing that comes with being alone, facing um really having to come face to face with that shadow, with that inner self, with the mirror, look deeply in yourself and recognize the things inside yourself that need to be healed, move on, give it a new path and a new time and a new space in your life. um it's about having the strength to not run away from that, to really face it. And it's like learning what things you actually, I think I already said this, learning what things to actually hold on to and what things to actually let go of. Because it's like in the past, you felt like, you were being strong by holding on. You were being strong by staying. When you needed to learn how to be strong enough to let it go. And I know it seems like on one side I'm being like, oh, let it go. And then on the other side, I'm saying that there's a toxicity in running away and letting it go. But it's like you're internally running away from what you really need to face, which is really the truth. The truth is that I'm internally running away from the fact that I don't want to not be in this toxic relationship because it feels comfortable. It feels right. It's what I'm used to. And I've been so emotionally manipulated by myself, by my shadow self, by my ego, that I'm like, I need to fight for this. It's mine. This is my relationship. No matter how toxic it is, I need to fight for it. I need to show this person that and doing that on a spirit level, you're running away from the real work that you need to do, which is asking yourself, why do you feel like you need to fight so hard to stay in this toxic relationship? You know it's toxic. So why are you fighting for it? You know that it leaves you unhappy. So why are you holding on to it so hard? That's what you don't want to face. That's what you're running away from. Because then you have to admit that you can't just project your energy onto this other person and say, well, it's because they fight with me. It's because they have jealousy issues. It's because they have this and this, and then I do this, and then they do that. It's what inside of me really needs to be healed so that I stop running so hard away from the truth, away from myself, that I run straight into the very thing that's hurting me, that's causing my issues. Why am I doing that? Because on a soul level, your soul is trying to say, this is what you need to heal, which is exactly why you're running towards it. But you need to come face to face with that. You need to heal that. You need to accept that in yourself and say, okay, this is here. I need to do something about it. Whew. Okay. Sorry I had to jump in y'all's ass for a second there, but like y'all needed to hear the harsh truth about the situation. And there's gonna be some people that might get triggered by it, that might not like it, but that is what it is, right? Sometimes we need to be told, yes, that other person is definitely playing a role. Yes, that other person definitely has something to do with, with the issues that you're dealing with. Yes, this person has their own toxic traits, but there is a reason that you stay with the person even though you know they're toxic. Is because you have soul lessons that you need to learn, that you need to learn how to not run into relationships. Why are you fighting so hard for something toxic? Why are you fighting so hard for a person that treats you like crap? Why? That's what you need to ask yourself. Like, why am I doing that? And you know the answer, because you need to heal, right? Because you need to heal. There's something inside of you also that needs to heal. Spirit is saying that in dealing with this, it's a blessing. In dealing with this, it's a blessing because you have the opportunity here. Right, exactly. To find that inside of yourself, right? You have the opportunity to find that seed that's already been planted inside yourself and allow yourself to grow into the stable, sound energy that you seek so much. It's already inside of you. It's not in other people, you know? Exactly. And you've just been so used to being in these manipulative relationships and these toxic manipulative relationships that's become your comfort zone, right? You might have even been married to this person or been in a long-term relationship with them, and the whole time it was nothing but some BS. Or not nothing, because I'm sure, nothing is 100% bad all the time, especially not at first normally, right? But it finally came to light that the truth about what this really was, and how, the longer you stay in a toxic relationship, the more you mirror that energy, the more your toxicity is brought to the surface, the more you struggle with the same exact toxic things this other person struggles with. And it's just a bunch of triggering. It's just a bunch of finger pointing. It's a bunch of projection. And it's like, why are you fighting so hard to hold on to that energy? I know I keep asking that, but that's the big question that Spirit is asking. Like, why have you really been asking yourself? Like, you're trying so hard to block out everything you want to put in music, or you want to put out that, and you're just like, it's the silence that I'm scared of. It's the silence I don't want to be a part of. It's so quiet here, and I don't want it to be that quiet here, because when it's that quiet here, I start having to listen to those inner thoughts telling me, hey, you need to heal. Hey, you need to accept some part of this. Hey, you need to accept what was really happening here, which is the hardest, heaviest thing to accept, which is, if this person really wanted to, they would change. And do you really want to change? Then do it. Then do the work. Right? What are you holding on to? Is it really this person, or is it the comfort of the toxicity of this person? And I know that some of you might be like, what are you talking about? If toxicity doesn't feel comforting. Like, it doesn't. You having that, that fourth piece of pizza when you know that you shouldn't, that doesn't feel comforting. You knowing that you shouldn't give in, but you do, and you end up in bed with that past person, even though you know you shouldn't have. That doesn't feel comforting. It does in that moment, because you're satisfying your shadow self. But the Spirit's like, you got to start learning the difference. Again, like I said, there are pathways and choices that are opening up to you. But you have to make the effort to do it. Yeah. You have to make the effort to stand up and stand your ground and say, no, I'm not going to go backwards anymore. No, I'm not going to deal with this toxicity anymore. No, I deserve more. I deserve better. I deserve something different. And I have other options. I don't have to stay in this toxicity. I don't have to stay fighting and going back and forth, and there always being the drama and all of that. I don't have to. You're holding on to the thing that's making you feel abandoned, and you holding on to this is actually turning you away from the new cycles that the new possibilities that you have. So, all right, I feel like I'm just repeating myself again now. So, I'm just going to go ahead and end this message. I know this was kind of a very just straightforward, roasting out of nowhere. I don't think it was like a super harsh roasting, but, and believe me, this is nothing that I have said here is not something I've had to tell myself. Nothing that I've said here is not a roast that I've done on myself to be like, you need to deal with your ish and stop blaming everybody else around you, and understand that what is it about you that makes you want to go after these toxic situations. It's not always about the other person. You know, there's things inside you need to heal too. And so I think that's where the people who are going to resonate with this, you know, some people aren't going to be ready to hear it, but some people are. So I hope that, you know, this gave you the kind of, you know, yes, I know. Okay, I need to do it, that you needed to hear, right? Okay. Thank you guys for being here with me today. Like I said, I'm not trying to trigger anybody in a negative way and make you feel bad or make you feel guilty about any of your choices. I'm just trying to say what Spirit wants to say to you, which is, hey, let's do something different. Okay. Thank you guys so much for being here with me today. All right. I really appreciate you guys. If you feel comfortable, let me know if this resonated for you down in the comment section down below. All right. If you like the content, give it a like or share it with somebody you feel like it might could help. I hope this brought the love, light, and clarity to your situation that you were looking for. Please check out the links down in the description box down below, including where you can reach out and get a personal reading from me, or where you can check out my second channel, or all the other links that are down below, or where you can donate or tip if you really enjoyed this reading. Thank you guys so very much for being here with me today. All right. And I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.